Hello, you guys. Welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis, and I've been a tarot reader for 5 years. Before we get started, I do want to give a special shout out to our trusted sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is the oldest and most trusted psychic service in the industry, and they have been around for over 35 years. Now, you know I love diving into tarot and astrology with you, but sometimes it pays off to go a little bit deeper, and that is where Psychic Source comes in. Their community is full of vetted, gifted advisors, where only about 2% that apply actually get in, and you can connect in any way that you feel is most comfortable, whether it's a phone call, video chat, or text. I actually tried a session myself, and it was pretty eerie on how much they picked up on, considering that they were validating things I had already been picking up on my own readings, and I was able to move forward with a little bit more clarity, and I love that. The best part, through my link, you can get up to 40 minutes for $19.80. That is a $240 value. You don't have to use all your minutes at once, and you can even try multiple advisors until you find the right one for you. And since you're watching on YouTube, you can scan the QR code to start your session instantly. Thank you so much to Psychic Source for sponsoring and supporting this channel. And if you've been looking for a sign to gain personal clarity, this is it. Hey Aries, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what the week of March 8th through to the 14th has in store for you. So show me Aries. Queen of Pentacles reversed for your energy this week. Okay, you might be feeling a little unstable. I would certainly be cautious of any kind of self-criticism or fear of not being perfect enough or something not being perfect enough. Because the Queen of Pentacles reverse likes to show up when we're having a hard time just putting one foot in front of the other, and instead we backtrack by making ourselves feel bad about what we feel like we haven't achieved yet, or in ways that we feel like we haven't perfected something. The Seven of Pentacles is here. So this feels very financial to me, or there's something that you've been investing in for a while and you're kind of feeling like it's not stable enough. And so you may be deciding to potentially invest elsewhere. The Hierophant. And this is all about your values and your morals and what aligns with you on a foundational level. So for instance, if you have been working at a job for a really long time and you're like, this doesn't really align with what I believe in, this doesn't really align with who I am, you may be deciding to go a different route. The only thing I would be cautious of is stopping yourself from doing so because of the insecurities you have. So maybe you do want to leave a job and you're like, oh, well, I just can't get better anyway. Or maybe it's a relationship and you're like, well, I just can't get better anyway, or whatever it may be. So I don't know, definitely something to think about. Let's see what else here. The Queen of Cups. For some of you, you could be in a same-sex relationship. That's obviously not for all of you, okay? The Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Wands. I'm kind of wondering if you're feeling criticized by someone else. I don't know why I'm getting that. I think that you may feel personally criticized by another person. And it's like, it seems as though you feel like this person truly cares about you, genuinely. So whether this is a romantic relationship or a friendship, it is somebody that you love and that loves you, platonic or otherwise. And this is somebody who is making you think twice about something. So for instance, let's say it is advice from a friend. Okay, let's say it's advice from a friend about your relationship, and you feel like this person is talking to you and having a conversation and trying to offer you maybe some level of advice or trying to help you emotionally push forward. And it is making you think. And I think that this person's intent is trying to get you out of a shitty situation, or trying to show you the options that you have available to you because you may feel like you don't. So if let's say you're in a really toxic relationship and you have a really great friend and they're like, listen, you're really not stuck. It's either this way or that way, and this person seems to be kicking some kind of knowledge to you that I think if you listen, ultimately you will end up benefiting from. So let's see here. What's the advice for all of this? The Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, don't do that, because you may be tending to overthink things because you're having a hard time putting your certain irrational emotions to the side and being able to just decide for yourself, or allowing yourself to have critical thinking about a particular situation. Instead, you may want to lash out. You may end up making a bad judgment call that really doesn't make any sense, and it's just coming from a place of impulse in the moment. So I want you to really be cautious with that. There may be this fear of not being able to move forward in some way. I want to say, side note, be cautious of making any irrational decisions around like a car purchase, or, random road trips that are based on impulse. Okay. You may end up like to say, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and buy that new car. And, then it ends up being an expense that you just didn't want. Somebody I dated before they had bought a Jeep on a whim, and they totally ended up regretting it. And it ended up being worth way, or costing them way more money than it was worth, and I'm not saying that's what it is, but for some of you. So I think that a lot of you are, something is inauthentic to you. There's something that doesn't align with your higher dreams and your higher goals. And I think that, I honestly believe that some of you are being too practical with something. You're like, oh, well, that's ridiculous. I can't have that. I can't get any better. I can't find a better paying job. I could never work for myself. And it's like, yeah, well, if you keep telling yourself that, that's exactly how it's going to play out. So I think that for a lot of you, it's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Speak your mind. Say the thing, do the thing, have the courage to go after the thing that makes you feel like it's impossible, because you never know what you may end up accomplishing in the process. So, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope you guys have a good one and make it a great week. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/ViolettaAlexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hey, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what you guys have going on for the week of March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Taurus. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Money can be a little tight for some of you right now, or it's that you guys are just trying to save. There may be some unfinished business when it comes to finances, taxes, money that you owe, money that you've spent, or, maybe you have to pay off a credit card bill, or maybe there's something that you need to save up for that you kind of left in the dust a while ago. And it seems like that's what you guys are doing potentially. Two of Swords reverse. You're not avoiding anything. That's good. The King of Wands. So I like this. I mean, you guys seem to be very confident in regards to what it is that you're doing. Maybe when it comes to a business venture, maybe you are deciding to save up money to purchase an LLC for a business that you're wanting to start. And maybe you are trying to save money from a business that you've already started. For a lot of you, this is a decision that you are making from a place of leadership and confidence. And for some of you, where you may have felt held back in regards to maybe something you wanted to perform, or something that you were passionate about that you wanted to go after, you seem to be like, you know what, I can't avoid this anymore. This is something that's very true to me. This moves me and I want to do it. So for instance, let's say that you wanted to be an actor or an actress for a very long time. You've been very skittish about it and you've been a little fearful. And now you're finally like, you know what, I'm just going to fucking do it. I'm just going to sign up to it for improv class. I am going to hire an acting coach, or whatever it may be. Maybe it is a business. So something that you've been maybe avoiding for a while, it seems like you're going for it. Okay. Five of Pentacles reverse. I'm kind of getting Wheel of Fortune reverse. again, there may be something regarding past debts that you're getting ready to pay off. I will say that something seems to be attempting to alleviate for you when it comes to your finances. But this, for me, is really about you learning the lesson, because there may be certain financial issues that you keep uh, running into. So, some kind of repetitive pattern. Maybe you have issues with taxes and you keep having issues with taxes. Maybe you keep having issues around your budgeting habits and you keep having issues around your budgeting habits. Something is trying to lift or alleviate, but you have to be willing to do the work, right? You have to be willing to learn the lessons. And so I think something is going to be revealed to you during this time. Like something is going to start to maybe make a little bit more sense. I do want to know what that Wheel of Fortune reversed is. The Ace of Cups reversed. It's going to feel draining. If I'm going to be totally honest, you guys may get to a point where you get sick of your own shit. Okay. It can just be that simple. Where you realize there is a way out of some kind of financial issue or some kind of relational issue, but you may be, it may be revealed to you on how you keep repeating the same mistakes and why. Okay. Now, it may be that somebody is kind of coming back from the past with that Wheel of Fortune reverse and revealing something to you. And it seems like they may be trying to come out of the cold if this is another person. Maybe it's somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time. Maybe it's an ex. Whatever it is, it seems like this person hasn't necessarily changed. They may have not really learned the lessons that they need to. So it's going to be up to you on whether you allow this person to infiltrate your life or not. So your advice is the Emperor reversed. Okay. So the Emperor reversed is somebody who tends to be a little petulant, someone who lacks maturity and lacks leadership, somebody who allows their infantile anger to get the best and the worst of them. And this is where we can make very impulsive decisions around things that need more authority and need more leadership. So I want to say, be cautious of that, because you could definitely get yourself into some shit. I wouldn't avoid conflict just to avoid conflict. I'm not saying you need to go out and fight with anyone, but I think that you're really needing to have some kind of boundary with somebody specifically, or even with yourself, quite frankly, where you may need to take the lead in your own life more so you can avoid a shitstorm, essentially. Lean on the people that love you and that you love, because I think whether you realize it or not, you either have some really great audience members that love you, or you have family that is willing to support you. You have your children that love you, best friends, whatever, right? These mutually emotional, beneficial relationships. And so don't be afraid to lean on those people. All the while, remember that you still have responsibilities that you need to be responsible for. And so don't allow whatever this is to pull you back into some kind of pattern that you have outgrown or you are learning to outgrow. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Make it a great week. Thanks a lot. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hey, Gemini, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you between the 8th through the 14th of March. Show me, Gemini. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. Damn. Well, if I'm not mistaken, your ruler Mercury is making a trine to Jupiter, so that doesn't really surprise me. Something that you have established, whether it's a business or your finances, your relationship, your marriage, it's working. It's working for you. You seem to be very focused in regards to your long-term goals and your long-term aspirations. Does that mean you're 1,000% confident? No, but you're trying to remain optimistic. Okay, you're trying to remain optimistic. You may not know exactly how certain things are going to look for you long term, but you're trying to be open-minded about it. The only thing I would be cautious around is kind of getting your ego or your pride involved in whatever this future prospect is, or in regards to your marriage, or maybe even a business, or allowing your sense of self-doubt to sabotage you in some way. That can kind of happen when you see something like the sun reversed and the devil. When the devil is attached to a negative card, I guess you could say, sorry, my phone was ringing. When the devil is attached to like a negative card, even though the sun reversed is still inherently positive to a degree, it can add a level of fear to it. It can kind of accent or taint that card with fears, addictions, etc. that can end up sabotaging us in the long run. And it seems like within reason, you have a pretty good head on your shoulders in regards to what you want long term, and money seems to be pretty damn good. Just be cautious of allowing that self-doubt to penetrate your mind and basically fucking up what you have built or you're trying to build. Okay. So you have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords reversed. I would really be cautious of allowing people to drag you into their crap. Okay. This may be a time where you feel ostracized, you feel judged, you feel like people may be jealous of you in some capacity. You may feel like people want something that you have. And this can come through some kind of communication. Maybe you hear this from someone else. Maybe somebody's arguing with you on Twitter. Maybe it's at work. Whatever it is, it feels like it's almost as if somebody accidentally reveals themselves. And you're like, oh, okay, I definitely see you now, which can feel a bit harsh, or you can feel like, okay, I really can't trust this person. Now, this will have the capability to pull you down into the ethers, pull you down into your lower vibration, and may make you doubt yourself, may make you, somebody may intentionally try to make you jealous. It may work with that devil and that sun reversed in your energy. It kind of feels like a test. And I think that your response and or your reaction is going to show whether or not you pass that test. Now, for some of you, you can find yourself, even though you have that 10 of Pentacles there where you're very future focused and you're ready to go and all these things, and somebody tries to trigger you and you find that it works. But where they're coming from may be coming from a place of jealousy. And then they're trying to make you feel how they feel. And that's what we do. That's why you see happy people trying to make other people happy, secure people making other people feel secure, jealous, angry people trying to make other people feel insecure and jealous and angry, right? So that's something to remember. I do want to see what that Seven of Swords reversed is. The Three of Swords. Oof. You're going to realize that it's coming from a hurt place. Okay. Now, for others of you, a very few of you, if you have hurt someone in the recent past or something like that, this person may very well communicate that to you. Okay. Your advice, the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about really getting your hands dirty. And what I mean by that is really working on yourself. Working on your sense of maturity. That's not me calling you immature, but we could all be a little bit more mature, right? So trying to get you to master your own emotions, because again, there is something about the way that you react or respond to things. Maybe you need a new perspective. Maybe you just need to let something go. Is it really worth your time or your energy? And I think this week you're going to learn that. There's a level of emotional intelligence this week that you're going to be kind of battling with or even learning. And so if you can stay focused on what you're trying to build and what you're trying to master, I think this is where you can learn to truly master yourself. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much. I hope that you make it a good week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Cancer. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's see what is going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Cancers. Okay, I love this. You're in the energy of the Page of Swords. So it seems like you're very focused on new energy, learning something new, writing something new. Maybe you're watching some educational YouTube videos. Maybe you are creating a course. Maybe you're writing a book. Whatever it is, you're very open-minded in regards to what it is that you're trying to explore and work on. And then we have the Temperance here. I love this. I love that this is Gemini Sagittarius energy. This is the small picture versus the big picture. And so what you're doing is you're focusing on the little things, right? The little puzzle pieces that you put together in order to create the big puzzle, right? The big picture. And you seem to have this level of mental balance. You're very focused. You're not feeling wired or uncontained or chaotic. You're actually quite focused in regards to what it is that you're trying to learn or achieve or write. And you're willing to take the long road to get to where you want to be, to get to what you want to become. So I think that you have a pretty, yeah, look at this. Your ideas are off the freaking Richter scale. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, we have the Sun and Mercury, I believe, this week making a trine to Jupiter in your sign. And then Jupiter also goes direct. So maybe you are realizing, you know what, I do want to learn this thing, or I do want to go forward with this writing project. I do want to create this podcast. And you're very open and you're flowing with these ideas. So what I want to say is don't allow these ideas to fall to the wayside, because I really think that you have something here, especially with that Page of Swords, the Temperance, the Ace of Swords. Oh God, chef's kiss. That's gorgeous energy. So what's coming external from you? We have the Two of Wands reverse. You can feel like there's a little bit of a hiccup in some kind of plan that potentially you have with somebody else with that Two of Wands reversed. The High Priestess, wow, okay. And the Six of Cups. Why is the Two of Wands reversed? The Empress, wow. Okay. For some of you, there can be like a pregnancy thing going on. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you're getting pregnant. Somebody's a little apprehensive. Maybe it's you. For others of you, there's somebody here that thinks about you pretty constantly. And it seems like they think about the potential of you, the potential of the connection, but they're not saying much. And they seem to be having a hard time kind of making plans or coming out of their comfort zone, either because they're intimidated by you, your beauty, what you're worth, what you're asking for, or they may feel, okay, like they are worth more than maybe what you are willing to give or to offer them. So it's really dependent upon your personal situation. Tell me about that High Priestess. The Six of Swords. Well, the High Priestess is about somebody who is usually a very desirable person. It can be like the divine feminine, dark feminine. It can also be like tarot, occult, a psychiatrist. For some of you, this can be a therapist that you're talking to that's trying to help you move on. from old self-worth or self-value issues, or maybe just a feminine person in your life that's attempting to do that. This can also be somebody who is intuitively feeling like they just need to move on from something that the two of you have gone through. So whether that is an argument or some kind of debacle between the two of you, it seems like they just kind of want peace. I think this person deeply cares for you. This doesn't have to be romantic. This can also be a mother figure, you know, here. But yeah, that's what I got for that. Your advice is the Strength card. So stand strong, Cancer, this week. The Page of Pentacles, this is a lot of brand new energy. I think it's telling you to stay confident in regards to your ideas and the progress that you're making, no matter how small. It doesn't mean that you need to throw a party every time you write a page of a book, or every time you hit the gym, or every time you learn something new. But what it does mean is celebrate just a tiny bit the small wins, okay? And keep allowing your passions to drive you, because I only think that's going to make you more confident in time. And the Judgment card, there's something regarding your higher purpose. And in order for you to get in touch with that sense of higher purpose and make that decision, you're going to have to take some level of accountability for where you are right now in your life and how you got here or how you didn't, right? And that's okay. So there's going to be some big decisions that you're going to have to make this week that may seem very small in the moment, but you may end up finding that these small ideas or these small wins turn into these huge benefits for you down the road. So don't underestimate what you're capable of right now in this moment, especially with Jupiter turning direct in your sign. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much, and I'm wishing you the absolute best. Make it a great week. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Leo. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what you have in store for you March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Leos. The Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay, some of you are trying to get out of a crappy financial situation. I can definitely see that. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles reversed, the World reversed. Something is coming back up for you that has been long-standing, and it can involve how much you've been spending, who you've been spending it on, and or what you've been spending it on. You can find that these issues are kind of coming to a head at this point. You know, Mercury's retrograde right now. Jupiter is finally moving direct. Thank God, right? That's good. And so during this time, certain financial issues may be up for review for you. It can also be health as well, or you may find that you're deciding to pull your energy back from something or someone. Maybe you're deciding, I can't really spend money in this direction anymore because I have other bills to pay, or I can't really spend money on dating anymore because I have bills to pay, or I have a mortgage. So you can find yourself in a bit of a pickle, but this is only to put you in a better situation later. And then you had the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is good. It shows that you're willing to still be optimistic or vulnerable. Some of you, if you are dealing with certain issues where maybe you're not feeling valued in one way or another, you may still have love in your life, or you may be open to love. Or maybe you're using creativity as some kind of coping mechanism, right? We all need a little bit of an escape sometimes. And so I can see you guys doing that. I do want to see what the Six of Pentacles reversed is about specifically. Oof, the Five of Swords. I would definitely be cautious of playing financial games with someone, mental gymnastics with someone, whether you are initiating it or you are deceiving someone or someone else is doing that to you. I would definitely not allow yourself to be naive or manipulated or manipulate someone else. because the world is Saturn, that's karma, right? So if someone is doing that to you, they'll certainly get their karma for it. But also, if you're doing that to someone, then you will as well. So something to just be cautious about. Because sometimes the Six of Pentacles reverse can represent someone taking advantage of another person or a certain situation, especially with the Five of Swords being there. You know, it can be like we're lying about a financial situation, or we're lying about how much we're willing to give. Maybe we're making promises we can't keep, or something like that. So just to keep that in mind. Something external from you, the Nine of Cups reversed, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. Tell me about that Nine of Cups reversed, the Ten of Swords reversed. There can be a codependent situation in your life that has occurred for a while, maybe between you and a specific person, or maybe in regards to a person. So what do I mean by that? I mean, maybe there's somebody in your life that has had issues with codependency, or even selfishness, or bad coping mechanisms for a while, and it's still kind of prevalent. This person seems to be weighing their pros and cons in regards to taking emotional action towards you specifically, and allowing themselves to be vulnerable with you. I do think that this person seems to have love and or feelings for you, but there's also this kind of, dare I say, toxic component a little bit that does feel codependent, or it does feel a little, what is it called? Conditional a bit. It seems like their intention with you is to either end something, but I'm not really getting that based on the rest of their energy. It seems like they're wanting some kind of change or some kind of evolution within the connection, or within you, within themselves. And so they're going about the motions with you. Even if this is a friend, it's like they're going about the motions. They're doing what they're expected to do, or what you expect them to do, but they're also wanting some kind of change. Okay. Let's see your advice. The Five of Cups reverse. This is about letting go of the past, letting go of regrets, understanding that you have a lot to work with right now in this very moment, to be able to take some kind of struggle and turn it into your power, to turn it into something that's going to work for you. Some of you may feel like you need to honestly forgive yourself for something, or some of you may realize that you need to isolate a little bit and kind of be alone in order to gather your thoughts, or in order to emotionally let go of situations that have held you back in a certain way. Or maybe it's a certain mind frame that has, I don't know, stopped you from seeing your full potential, I suppose you could say. And then we have the Tower here. This is really about letting go for you. What are you asking Leo to let go of? The Ace of Pentacles, whether or not you get the opportunity, whether or not it works out, whether or not this or that. It's really, to me, about letting go of the outcome of something. This is more about you than it is of anything or anyone else. And so I think that once you find, you kind of, if there is like a codependent energy, you know, you're attached at the hip or something like that, backtrack for a minute, go take a walk, you know, spend 6 hours alone writing in your journal, whatever you have to do, because there's something there. There's a golden nugget in those moments of isolation and in those moments alone. And I think that that's when you're going to understand yourself a lot better. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much, and take care of you. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/ViolettaAlexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hey, Virgo, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th. Show me, Virgo. First, let's take a look at your energy and we'll work our way from there. The Nine of Wands. This is a symbol of somebody who's been through quite a lot. You're probably a little bumped and bruised, figuratively, hopefully not literally, but you're coming out on top. Your boundaries are pretty strong. There's one last push that you have to I don't want to say accomplishing something, because I think there's already something that you're accomplishing now, especially during this week, but there's one last push to completing something where you can finally close whatever it is out. The Three of Cups is here as well. There can be a friendship that you're fighting for, or maybe you're allowing more people into your life, groups, communities, a friend, a reconciliation perhaps, but you do have your guard up. And usually when we have our guard up, it's because, well, we've learned, we have lived and we have learned and we have lost, and we have sometimes found ourselves in the process, which is essentially what the Nine of Wands is. You probably believe in yourself sometimes more than you do others, whether you realize that or not. It may be on a subconscious level. And then you have the Three of Wands reverse. There is some level of frustration or some apprehension in regards to a reconciliation that is approaching you, or in regards to certain people that you let into your life. Why is that Three of Wands reversed? The Page of Wands reversed. You may not really, once again, be very confident in the people around you or a specific reconciliation. You may find other people kind of immature or ridiculous or egoic. Although I do think that what you really want and what you're interested in is openness, emotional intelligence, and mutual conversation that makes sense to you. People that you can really vibe with. So if it's not hitting that mark, you're going to be like, yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, so that can be where the frustration is coming, or you may realize that you're going to have to uh, go back to the drawing board when it comes to who you're associating with. So for what's coming outside of you, we have the Knight of Wands. Somebody is taking action towards you. I don't want to say this person is unserious, but the Knight of Wands to the Four of Wands reverse, it's weird because it's almost as if this person is attracted to you, either platonically, romantically, excited to be around you, laughing and joking, but it's like they're keeping you at arm's length, or they're keeping you at a distance for whatever reason. And I don't know what that reason is. I'm going to clarify it in a minute. And then we have the Queen of Wands. It seems like there's a few cooks in the kitchen between the Three of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Maybe you're dating a couple of people. Maybe these are friends that you're involved in. For some of you, this can be that this Knight of Wands is associating with the Queen of Wands or vice versa, and you may feel like that's why they're keeping you at a distance. So in other words, a third party energy, sure. But let's go ahead and clarify that Four of Wands reversed. The Nine of Pentacles. This person seems to be keeping you at a distance, or you may feel not 1,000% welcome in someone's space because you are either too independent or too individualistic, which is what I don't want to say too independent. This is how they may view it. Because that Nine of Wands shows a sense of independence, okay, that you have. Or it can be that somebody wants to stay single, okay, and doesn't want to get too close to another person. So it's really going to be up to you to decode that. It can be as well, you have a lot of kind of fiery people around you, but you may not really feel like you fit in, or you can feel like, I don't really know if this is for me. I don't really know if this is my tribe or who I belong with. Then we have the Ace of Wands. So this is your advice. This is about staying motivated and confident. Look, and then we have the 10 of Wands reversed. You have the 9 of Wands in your energy. So this is also about not making something harder on you than it needs to be. The Ace of Wands is about getting something started, and the 10 of Wands reversed can be like, don't delay something that you're needing to complete. You may need to take responsibility for a project or something that you're initiating and finish it to completion, instead of having too many options and then never completing anything. So, for instance, let's say that you are a writer and you start writing one book, and then you decide that you don't really want to write that. And so then you start writing a course for people online to sell. And then you realize, I'm not really into that. And so then and you start an Instagram page and you start, and it's like, okay, slow down, pick an option, and complete something that you've started from start to finish. Complete something, because you're right there. You're right there on the precipice. And you may find that once you complete that thing, it's something that can pay off for a very, very long time to come. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much. And I am wishing you the best. Make it a great week. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Libra. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Libra, March 8th through to the 14th, please. Okay, the Two of Cups. Well, it seems like you're connecting with someone this week. You seem to be pretty happy. There's some level of camaraderie and mutual understanding between you and this person. It feels good. The Four of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Nine of Swords. There seems to be something on your mind. And I don't know if you're actually expressing it to this person. You may be connecting with said person, but maybe you and this person have some bad blood, or maybe they said something last week that really upset you, but you don't seem to want to talk about it. You may not really be healed from whatever it is, but you're trying to push that aside in order to have an amicable conversation or in order to have peace. But when you do that, when you shove down your own feelings and ignore that inner turmoil, you're creating chaos within yourself. And so this is at the expense of yourself. So I think this is really, what's that Nine of Swords? The Four of Cups. You're worried about disappointing this person, when I think maybe what needs to happen is, and I don't want to say you're afraid, but this is just the word that I'm going to use. There may be a little bit of fear that you have in bringing this particular subject up, because you may not want to disappoint them, or there's some fear of rejection, because I think that you care about what this person thinks. I think that you care about them. And we don't always want to bring up the hard conversations, do we? But they're usually necessary in order to structure the foundation of the connection for longevity. So that's something that you want to think about moving forward, most likely. Somebody external from you or something external from you is that Magician reversed with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands reverse. There's somebody in your life who is a bit of a schemer, or maybe, to be very dramatic about it, a scammer. Okay. This is someone who knows how to manipulate situations in order to get what they want. Now, how are they manipulating you? The Eight of Cups is here, which tells me that they're trying to make you believe that they're walking away from you, or they're walking away from a particular situation. But are they actually walking away, or is this somebody who is pretending to walk away in order to get attention? I would definitely say that they're pretending. This is somebody who feels a bit entitled to you. This seems to be someone who secretly cares what you think. They seem to need your validation. We all need validation from people, but it's the way that this person is going about it that seems a little dark. It's a bit immature. And really, it's just coming from a place of self-doubt within them. And the reason why I say that is, well, first of all, people who do that are usually not very confident people. If you have to manipulate to that degree to get what you want, you must not be very confident in who you authentically are. We've all done it to a degree, okay? I'm certainly not hating on this person. I get it. But they are insecure. And that's why they feel like they need to manipulate you. So please understand that if you find somebody kind of doing that, it is a form of emotional manipulation. So your advice, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. I would be very cautious of you caring too much about what this person thinks, because this person seems to intuit that of you. They seem to know that you care what they think. They seem to maybe know that you have a harsh inner critic, and they may play on that a little bit. And that Knight of Pentacles reverse can be you actually caring too much. Or for some of you, getting so in your head about a project or a person or whatever it is that you end up not making any progress at all. What do they say? The death of progress is perfectionism. So think about it like that. Yeah, King of Pentacles reversed. The Lovers. You really want to make a higher self decision. Now, forgive me for people that have been watching me for a long time. I know that I've made this example more than enough times to annoy the hell out of you. But to me, a higher self decision goes like this. Think about the person that you love the most in the entire world. And if they came to you and asked you advice about a particular situation that's bugging you, and let's say that it was reversed and they're going through that situation, what is the advice that you would give them? What is the decision that you would tell them to make? That's your higher self decision. So there may be somebody who is using you specifically. They're using you for validation. They're using you for clout. They're using you for money. They're using you in some way. And it's very important for you to put these specific emotions that you have for them to the side and give those emotions to yourself and make that higher self decision to put yourself in the best position possible for you. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much. And I hope that you have the best week ever. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what's going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Scorpio, please. You have the Three of Swords in your energy. So there may be a little bit of heartbreak this week. This may be something that you're already going through, but this may also be, these things do happen, something kind of new this week that is disturbing you a little bit. Quite frankly, you seem to feel pretty drained, and you may be getting to a point where you feel as though you need to take some time out for yourself, especially regarding that Three of Swords and because of it. And then we have the Devil reversed. I like the Devil reversed here because it shows me that regardless of the pain that you may be going through or the pain that maybe someone has caused you, you're getting to a point where you're realizing how it happened, or maybe certain red flags that you've ignored, or maybe you have certain habits that have gotten you here. Maybe you have certain coping mechanisms, maybe certain attachment styles that have really not benefited you, but have benefited everybody else. Whatever it is, because there's that self-awareness there, that means that you can change it. And because you're able to change it, if you so very choose, things can change from here on out. So it's really based on what you want to do moving forward. I do want to see why that Three of Swords is there. The King of Swords reversed. I'm going to be very blunt with you, Scorpio. You may realize that somebody fibbed a little bit. Somebody may have lied or didn't deliver a piece of information to you that was vital or you felt was very important to the relationship, to a court case, to whatever. So you may kind of be realizing that this week, or you may even feel like somebody is attempting to use their power to gaslight you in a situation, and intuitively you're likely going to feel it. And that's where the awareness comes from. So I would be cautious of involving yourself in conversations or situations and or people that are going to drain you this week, because there's definitely that energy there. The Three of Pentacles reversed. The Magician reversed. I would be cautious of shady coworkers, people that are trying to uh, manipulate certain facts about you to other coworkers, to a boss, to people that you're attempting to collaborate with. This person seems to lack confidence in themselves, and that may be exactly why they're doing it. Whatever the case may be, you and this person do not work well together. You and this person are not on the same page, not in the same chapter, not in the same book. Something is just not working between you and this person. Now, there can also be love at the workplace as well, or it may be that you have somebody who is essentially trying to support you through this time. It can be a therapist, it can be a very strong masculine figure in your life. For others of you, if it's not necessarily about coworkers, there can be somebody who genuinely loves you here, genuinely loves you. And we can love people all day, but we still make mistakes. Why? Because we're human beings. And unfortunately, that's just the way about it. And sometimes we intentionally make these mistakes. So you're really going to have to use your intention on whether or not you truly believe that this person is meaning to hurt you. I do believe that this person genuinely cares about you with that King of Cups there, but it doesn't mean that they're not manipulative, you know? And for a lot of you, this person is not learning something, or their self doubt is being projected onto you, and they may be purposely just disagreeing just to disagree, whether or not they actually do or not. Okay. Your advice is the 10 of Wands. So I feel like this ties into that devil reversed. The devil is Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. The 10 of Wands is also Saturn. However, it's Saturn in Sagittarius. It's really about learning the lessons and taking the responsibility, even if somebody else is at fault. How did we get here? Was there something that a lesson we didn't apply that we could have that could have prevented us from being in this situation in the first place? And there's something that's getting ready to complete, and it feels like you're going to have to be the one to do it. You're going to have to be the one to put the nail in the coffin with that 10 of Wands, and you're going to have to be the one that, despite what has occurred, despite the pain that you're feeling, understand that if you can take the wisdom and the lessons from this and you can apply it, your future may not look like that anymore, you know? And it's really going to come from a place of solitude and self-awareness. It's going to come from those moments when there's nobody else around you. It's just you, and you're with your thoughts. So it may be kind of asking you to heal yourself. And I know that's very cliche for spiritual communities and tarot readings, but in this case, I will say that that is likely the case. So something, some kind of pattern or some kind of pain that you have caused yourself by ignoring certain red flags, whatever it may be, now is the time to cut that loose. This is the time to be done with that. Those things are over. Those days are over. Those lessons need to be over. So it's going to be up to you on how you want that to go. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much, Scorpio, and make it a great week. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th of 2026. Show me Sagittarius. The 6 of Cups. So this is good. You have a friend, a partner, a lover, a child, somebody that you have some level of affection and camaraderie with and for. And it seems like you're feeling a bit nostalgic this week, I would say. You're thinking about the good times, trying to create more of those good times. Yeah, see, the world reverse. There may be a connection in your life. You may be trying to close something out or achieve some level of closure with another person. It can also be in regards to childhood dreams or something regarding a mother figure, a father figure, just your childhood in general that you may be thinking of this week. So for instance, maybe you're thinking of, oh God, My grandmother gave me that lentil soup recipe so long ago, and she's passed now, and I've just never made it. And I swore that I would after she passed. I'd pass it down in the family, and I haven't done that, and it's time for me to do that. It can be something that simple. Tarot tends to be quite dramatic at times. Maybe for some of you, it's that you have unfinished business with a child. Maybe you guys had an argument last week and now you're needing to kind of clean the slate a little bit. So whatever it is for you, it doesn't feel bad. I don't really particularly care for the star reversed because it makes me feel like whatever you're thinking and feeling, they're just going on in your head, which is fine for the time being. But it seems like there's a fear to be vulnerable, or there's a lack of hope or faith that you can accomplish something, accomplish the recipe of the lentil soup, accomplish this closure that maybe you never forgave your dad for something that he did and he's long passed and it's been affecting you. Whatever it is, there is a level of healing that needs to take place. I do want to see why the world is reversed, though. The Nine of Pentacles. This can be regarding some kind of hope or dream. Sorry about that. Hope or dream or wish that you've had that could lead you to a better financial situation. And you may be thinking, it's just a pipe dream. It could never work. Are you sure? It is 2026. And I have made certain things in my life possible that I never deemed to be. You're a Sagittarius, so I need you to use that famous optimism that you guys have, and I need you to apply it to this week, because I think that if you find that you try a little, you may end up achieving a lot. Nine of Cups. The Sun reversed. The Queen of Wands. There is somebody that either has something that you want, or there is something that you can have that you do want that somebody else can help you achieve to get. The one problem you're going to run into, or let's say the main problem, is your self-confidence, your self-doubt. There's only dreams of what you want to become or the kind of relationship that you want to have. There's only thoughts of it. There's only maybe hope for it, but there's not true faith. But it's there, or it's here. It's in the shadows, and you have to be willing to walk through them in order to achieve this. It's right there. It's like you're walking through a tunnel and it's very dark and you don't want to walk anymore because you don't know how long it's going to be until you see the light at the end of it. And you may not realize how close you are. And if you stop now, you're really going to miss out on what it is that you may want. You may want to achieve, you may want to get, whatever it is. And there's someone here who's trying to motivate and encourage you. This person may be somebody who has already achieved something that you strive for, or something that you want. This may be somebody that you admire. This may be a family member. It's someone who's a confident leader. It's likely a feminine energy in your life. Somebody who maybe has a little bit of spice, doesn't really care too much about what others think, right? Kind of sounds like you, right? But I think you should listen to this person, at least just a little bit. Your advice here. We have the King of Wands reversed. We have the Emperor. Don't let your ego and your pride and your lack of confidence get in the way of what you're truly capable of. Because it's here. You're capable of it. But the more that you hide it away, the more that you compartmentalize it, the more that you stuff it away in the basement and throw away the key, the more you die a little bit inside. And it's really about being invested in yourself and really going for it. The emperor is not going to wait around for somebody else to tell him what to do. He listens to the guidance. He's open to other people and what they have to offer, and he makes a decision, or she, based on that and his own internal authority. So you may be letting your pride or your ego get in the way of what you can truly accomplish, but you have to be invested. You have to allow yourself to have the faith. You have to allow yourself to close out old cycles, and you have to allow yourself to dream, even if it's just a little bit. And with your chart ruler, Jupiter, going direct this week, this would be the time, if any. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, and make it a great week. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/ViolettaAlexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and see what is going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Capricorn, March 8th through to the 14th, 2026. Page of Cups. Okay. I think that some of you are getting some kind of level of success that is likely surprising to you. And it seems like that unexpected attention and or level of success is making you more optimistic, especially on an emotional and or creative level. So what do I mean by that? Let's say that you posted an Instagram picture a couple of weeks ago and now it's getting some headway. Maybe you have some people in your DMs trying to get at you. For others, maybe you posted a blog a month ago and now you're getting some kind of attention for it and you're like, oh wow, you know, I wasn't expecting this. And so it's inspiring you to be more creative. Maybe it's from a specific person in your life. Maybe it's from your wife or your husband. Whatever it is, it's bringing up some good feelings for you. We do have the Judgment reversed here, unfortunately, with the Page of Swords. Why is the Judgment reversed? The Ten of Swords. Okay. Some of you may be having a hard time making a specific decision regarding either taking accountability or something regarding your higher purpose. You are very focused on the new, on learning, on offering, on creating, on writing, on blogging, whatever it is. But there's something bigger going on that you want to ignore. You may have misjudged somebody, or you may be misjudging someone that ends up leading or has led to some level of betrayal. For some of you, it's you that may need to take accountability for something, and you may not want to be doing that. You may be trying to make things a little bit more lighthearted. Oh, well, you know, it's not a big deal, da da da. Because there is some level of attention that you may be getting that is changing how others see you in some way. And I do fear you may be misjudging a situation. I'm almost getting like somebody is attempting to mock you. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am getting something to that effect. The Eight of Cups for what's happening external from you, but it is affecting you, with the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands. Why is the Eight of Cups here? The Four of Pentacles. Somebody may be either walking away from you or walking away from a situation that they feel like is inhibiting them. Or if you feel like maybe you've held information from someone, they may be deciding to walk away because of that. It seems like this is somebody who's ready for new things, ready for new travel opportunities, things that light their fire and excite them. You may view this as somebody who is all inspiring in one way or another. Now, for some of you, if this is someone in your life who has been a bit conservative, held back, stingy, they can be deciding that that's not really working for them anymore, and they can be attempting to have a new start with you. They're open. They're open to the possibilities. They're maybe open to a relationship. They may be open to a collaboration, business or otherwise. And again, I think that how is Capricorn responding to this? Page of Wands, you're all in. You're all into whatever this is. It's very new with these 2 pages, with the 3 pages and the Ace of Wands. It's new, it's fresh ideas, it's inspiration, all of those things. And for others of you, if it's not necessarily about taking accountability for something, it may be that you were deciding not to bring the past back up anymore. You may be deciding that an old identity is not really for you anymore. An old relationship, friendships, career path is not for you anymore. And so now you're getting to a point where you're revising that, you're rethinking that, and you're deciding what and or whom has a place in your life and what and or whom doesn't. Your advice is the Two of Swords. I would be cautious of intentionally trying to avoid certain decisions that you're needing to make because maybe you don't want to see the truth about a person. Maybe you don't want to see the truth about yourself. Maybe you're afraid of causing a ruckus or causing some kind of issue. Whatever the case is that when you own this truth, when you really allow yourself to see something or someone or even yourself for what it has truly become, what it is, and or where it could go, this is when you really soar. This is when you really put your wisdom to action and watch your life flourish and grow in a way that you've probably wanted for a while. So you may feel like avoiding something or not looking at something is going to be your best bet, but really it's exactly the thing that's holding you back. So for instance, let's say that you have always wanted to excuse me. You have always wanted to be in a band and you have been too scared. You've been like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. You know, what if people think I'm stupid? What if I get rejected? What if it doesn't work out? What if it does? My God. Could you imagine? What if it actually works out? And that's what Spirit is trying to push in your direction, push into your mind, into your psyche. What if it does? What if it turns out better than you ever thought it possibly could? It's telling you that the longer you avoid this, the longer you avoid one of the biggest and best things that you could have ever imagined for your life. But you're needing to let go of the outcome and have fun with it and stick with it no matter how long it takes. So that is exactly what I have for you, Capricorn. Make it a good week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/ViolettaAlexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Aquarius. I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's see what is going on for you between March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Aquarius. The Death card. Definitely some big endings coming about. The Death card loves to show up when something external from us is forcing us to let go of something, whether it's a relationship, a title, a friendship, a certain life path that isn't really meant for us anymore. We're asking to take off the crown that we've had for a while and either pass it down to somebody else or be focused on the evolution that is destined to take place, which is something specifically happening for you. The Six of Wands. You may actually find that when you let go of whatever this is, or when you decide to focus on your evolutionary path as opposed to hold on to whatever this is, that you actually get more success. You obtain more attention. You succeed at something. You seem to be getting some level of applause because of this change that you're making. So whether it is in regards to letting old crappy relationships go, and then you make a podcast about your relationships and the experience and the wisdom that you've learned, and then that's when you're getting all this attention and success from it, or if it's just something at your day-to-day job, something that you change within the workplace. You know, maybe you decide to speak up at your workplace and it changes it forever. And I think for a lot of you, you may be surprised about the opportunities that come with this ending. I don't want you to look at the death card as, oh God, you know, I'm going to die and everything's going to be horrible. No, not with this. That death card shows you that change is going to equate to your success, which is going to offer you more opportunities in the long run. Doesn't mean it's not going to be hard, doesn't mean it's not going to take work. It will, but you will find that this change that you are essentially making is exactly what's going to bring you the things that you want. What's happening external from you? The Tower. It's going to be a bit of a shock of a minute, and you're used to this, right? You're used to this, being that your co-ruler is Uranus, which is always fun for surprises and getting the rug pulled from under you. And that seems to be what's happening here. The Five of Wands. So this is what's going on. You seem to be challenged in some way. Maybe it's in a group dynamic, maybe it's on a podcast, maybe it's at your job. Whatever it is, you are the one that's coming out on top. This is going to give you more power than you have probably ever had in a while. But there's going to be others that are going to try to fight you on it. But because you're showing up as the Six of Wands and they're showing up as the Five of Wands, you are the one that is winning. You are the one that's achieving something. And this person is being forced to let go and to abide by a new structure or a new evolution that's taking place in social media, your workplace. But it has something to do, basically, and I hate to say it, but it has something to do with them failing and you winning or succeeding. We do have the Chariot here. So you do have some strong opponents. And you're probably going to realize why these people were put in your path. It's because they're there to challenge you. They're there to help you push through some level of fear. Now, do they know this? Probably not. But that's why they're there. And obviously, life has something to teach them on their own accord in regards to whatever this experience holds for them. But you're going to find that this is the exact reason why you are succeeding. And they're probably going to find that they're also winning as well. But it's because you are achieving something, and it's the reason why they are as well. So this can be where maybe you and a coworker have a certain opinion about something at work, and you both go to the boss and you say, well, I want it this way, and this is my idea. And your coworker says, well, I want it this way, and this is my idea. And the boss chooses yours. And it's going to create a crazy change in the workplace. And this person is really upset about it. But they may end up finding out that your way ends up being the better way after all. And then everybody wins, if that makes sense. So I'm not saying it's about your job, but it's something like this. It's where they may not like the idea or the fact of you succeeding at something, but they will find in the long run that it benefits them as well. The Three of Cups reversed. So it's asking you not to get involved in drama. Don't play the mind games. You may feel ostracized a little bit, or you may feel like other people don't understand you or are jealous of you or some way, maybe trying to make you feel small. Do not suppress your achievements or your ideas or your efforts because of other people, or because other people are jealous of you. If there was a time for you to really put your best foot forward, this would be the week. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much, and make it a great week. Bye for now. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/ViolettaAlexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one. Hello, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what is going on for you for this week of March 8th through to the 14th. Show me Pisces, please. The Seven of Wands. Woo! Okay. The Five of Pentacles. You're getting to a point where you feel like it doesn't really matter what you do, Pisces. You feel like there's always going to be someone that has something to say. They have something that they want to take from you, steal from you. You just can't do anything right. You may feel like people are jealous of your success. They're pointing fingers at you. They're trying to take something from you. And you may allow it to kind of make you feel a bit down. You may feel a bit down. You may feel like you are alone. You may feel abandoned by your peers in some way. Now, I know that sounds really negative and it sounds harsh, but this happens sometimes when people reach some level of success that challenge other people's egos or pride. Maybe you just look really attractive and you've been working out like crazy. You know, maybe you got a promotion at your job. Unfortunately, that comes with the negative. People being spiteful, people trying to take that from you, people trying to undermine you. Humans are very flawed creatures, and we tend to get like that sometimes, unfortunately. But what you do have is your mind. You have your rational mind. You are going to stand up for what you believe in. You're making decisions from integrity. And for some of you, it may not be about quality, it may not be about quantity of people and who has your back. It's about the quality. And there may be people or a specific person in your life that it would take 20 of those people to make up one of these. I have one person in my life like that. And it's really nice to have. So, yes, you may feel challenged. You may feel ostracized. You may feel like abandoned by people or something of that nature. But you keep acting with your integrity and you will not regret it in the long run. You have the Knight of Cups reverse. Yeah, so I feel like people are projecting their insecurities onto you. I do think that there's jealousies. I do think that people may be manipulating the truth a little bit. And I think that you're going to see that. I think you're going to see it. And it's probably going to be more clear to you in regards to who you are more than ever in this moment. When you see the truth of where someone's jealousy or anger or spite is actually coming from and why it is specifically being projected onto you. And you can find yourself being very guarded of these people. And it seems like maybe someone's not telling you the full truth. Somebody may be trying to guard the truth of why they're feeling the way that they feel. So what do I mean by that? For instance, somebody can say, well, I just really don't think that you have the qualifications in order to get this job. But it's not really that. You do. It's just that maybe they've been working there longer and they feel like they deserve it. Right? So you're probably seeing where that's coming from. This can be somebody who has achieved a lot. Let's see, what is their intention towards Pisces? The Hangman reverse. They want to keep you stuck. Why? The Empress reverse, because of their own insecurities. So now that you know that, try not to let it get you down too much. The good thing is that you will learn the truth about a specific person or a group of people. And you're just like, okay, well, I felt bad for a minute, but I understand really who has the power here or who's in their power. Now, what you decide to do with that level of power is totally up to you. But I want to say, keep moving forward. The Seven of Cups. Don't allow someone to make you second guess yourself. See the reality of a situation. Try to see through it. You can only empathize or sympathize or be so compromising and sweet and understanding to a point. Sometimes you just have to reality check a bitch and move on. The Two of Cups. Don't let your feelings override your logic. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do this thing where you're like, oh well, I love my coworkers, or maybe it's a friend that's doing this to you, and they're like, oh well, I don't think that you should go after that modeling job. I think that's ridiculous. I think that you need to focus on being a mom, and you need to focus being at home and working your day job, because that's what's practical. And they're making you second guess yourself, and then you become very critical of yourself, and then you're like, well, I love them, they probably want the best for me. And it's like asking you to see through something. See through what this person is really saying, because I feel like they're trying to keep you small. They're trying to keep you stuck. They're trying to make you blinded to what you're really capable of. And that's really just because of their own insecurities and their own issues. So Pisces, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much. I'm wishing the best for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. You guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading or a private one-on-one session, whether text or a phone call, you can visit me at hipsy.com/ViolettaAlexis. All of that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. Have a good one.